Chad talked to Len and said, we got this new thing that's on the market. It's Fit 5, and we're willing to maybe put one in your station, and you guys can deploy it whenever you guys see fit.
We received it on a Thursday afternoon, and the following Tuesday we had a call to a structure fire where we were able to deploy the Fit 5 and really see how it worked in an actual structure fire.
Call came in, and it was a training night, but most everybody had gone home already, but we still had a very good response. I think Len and Rod were the first ones here. They donned their gear, and Len said he was going to grab the Fit 5, and Rod said, boy, if you're grabbing that, I'm going with you.
The structure inside was fully involved. We could see through the windows. There was a lot of flame. We had a lot of smoke coming out through the vents and the window areas around doors. So we knew we had a pretty good hot fire cooking at that point in time.
So opened the door up, and smoke was blanketed right down to the top of the stairs, which is to the upstairs living area, and made that decision at that time to throw the Fit 5.
Grab the Fit 5, take it over to the building from where we parked, and gained access into the building. Seeing how much it was involved looking through an open doorway, we decided to deploy the Fit 5.
He said he grabbed the damn thing, ran up to the front door, which was already open because the RCMP had opened it, looked in, bent down, looked inside, saw the flames, pulled the string and threw it to where he thought was close enough, and then closed the door.
So we let it do its job, and we're quite surprised. There was a basement window open. We seen the chemical powders from the Fit 5 coming out through the basement. So we knew it was doing its job inside because the smoke started to change color from a real black smoke to a whitish color.
Let it do its thing, and by the time the pump got there, the fire was out. Basically just some smoldering embers.
So when the guys arrived on scene, got their hoses ready, and with the thermal imaging, they gained access into the front door as well. And they could see the room temperatures at that time were in the neighborhood of 300 to 400 degrees.
Total maybe of 5 gallons of water used on the whole fire, which probably would have taken 200, 300, 400, 500 gallons of water. As
I crested the hill on 8th and started to drop down into the neighborhood, you could see this haze in the air, and it wasn't a typical smoke type haze. You could tell there was something different about it. I arrived on scene and set up some traffic control procedures to protect the supply lines, and walked up to the scene, and nobody's doing much of anything. Everybody's pretty much just standing around outside of the structure. So at that point, I kind of had a feeling, you could almost sense that in the air there was something different. You could smell it, taste it, feel it, whatever you want to say, but something was different. And that was when Len told me he'd deployed the Fit 5 into the front door of the structure. Once I finally did get a chance to go inside, very little water. I noticed even as we were doing the investigation, kneeling on the carpet on the floor, the knees of my gear weren't even really getting wet, soaking up water. So obviously the device laying within 2 feet, I would guess, of the seat of the fire, very, very prevalent. You flip it over and you can still read the decal on the bottom of it. Quenched everything. Really as far as attacking the fire, not much to do, more or less just some salvage and overhaul at that point.
My guys were a little disappointed because they like to put the wet on the red, and they didn't have to do that as much.
As I mentioned before, firemen are famous for putting the wet stuff on the red stuff, and it makes your job as an investigator a lot more difficult because a lot of what you need to piece together gets washed away by the pressure of the water, or the water itself dilutes it down. If you've got a flammable substance, it dilutes it, makes it a little more difficult. With the Fit 5 not really disturbing anything, everything was still intact. What we needed to look at was still sitting there. The debris, the television set, everything was still in position. We didn't have to find parts and pieces scattered throughout the living room and try and put it all back together. So yeah, it maintains your scene as an investigator. It maintains the integrity a whole lot better. Any water that was used by fire crews was used in this immediate vicinity here. We had a large wooden, older style television sitting in this vicinity here. Over here against the banister railing, we had a plastic garbage bag full of assorted garbage and such. We had some broken bottles around, some melted bottles of cleaning supplies that were sitting on the television. Fit 5, like I say, Len tossed it up the stairs, landed right here. Perfect deployment as far as location goes. It was right near the seat of the fire. Fire was probably pretty close to flashing at that time. Temperatures would have been in that probably 1,000 to 1,100 degree range. You know, compared to what it could have been, definitely not much damage. This is definitely repairable. We were very close to losing this. Had we not got the Fit 5 in when we did, a few more minutes, I would say 5 to 10 minutes, this thing would have been fully involved.